How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hello and welcome back to Arcanum Gaming. My name is Richie. Today we're back with another episode of Foolish Mortals. Now, last time we played, actually I don't need to say what happened last time we played because we've got our little built-in recap thing here, so let's just go ahead and get a refresh on what we did last time. So in order to secure the help of the witch doctor, Murphy McCallan has been tasked with visiting Belmore Manor, retrieving a spell pouch called a Gree, said to be hidden somewhere in Abigail Belmore's bedroom. Okay, so we're looking for Abigail's bedroom. Last time we got to the Marsh Island. Forget what's the town called. I don't remember offhand, but it's not super important. We can look at it there. Well, maybe. Spirit Queen was the ship. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where the town was called. You'd think I would, considering I just played the first episode yesterday. But, does it say in here? Belmore Trading Company. Devil's Rock is the name of the island. Okay, that's right. Is that right? I don't know. Let's just move on. Let's head on and check out the mansion here.
I considered wading into the pond, water up to my waist, squelching my way through the reeds and mud, past frogs, bugs, and water snakes. Then I realized I had absolutely no reason to do that. From the outside, I couldn't spot any clues to the location of the Belmore treasure.
All right, let's
From the outside, I could...
Okay. Let's head up to the front door here.
I needed the key to open.
So no close-up look at the door. We have the key.
With a deep breath, I placed the key into the lock of the house I'd been thinking about for weeks and turned it.
Click. All right, in we go. Head inside.
Hello? I don't know if I expected a reply, but with only an echo in response, it seemed like nobody was home.
Logical.
I hope that was just the wind.
Door closed itself. Alright, what do we got around here?
It wasn't time to leave. I needed to explore the house.
Okay, so we can't go back outside. Alright, we got doors here. Oh, excuse me. It's probably a little late to be recording. Pretty tired, but I really wanted
An
to...
orb appeared seemingly from nowhere,
Play some
glowing and shimmering with energy, simultaneously captivating and terrifying. It was like it had a presence, an aura that I couldn't explain. My first instinct was to look for smoke and mirrors, but this illusion was right before my very eyes, one that I could reach out and touch.
Okay. Interesting paintings on the wall. Okay, getting kind of the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion movie vibes with the ghost orb thing and the creepy old rundown house. Let's look at the fireplace here.
Without a flue, the fireplace seemed entirely decorative, and yet, standing in front of it, I could feel a breeze. A marble fireplace sat between the two curved staircases, guarded on each side by stone lions. Huge paintings hung on the walls of the hall.
Let's take a look at this one.
It was a painting of Abigail Belmore, hauntingly beautiful.
Okay. How about this one?
It was a painting of a gazebo overlooking the sea. The two sea deities stared at me with disapproving eyes. I didn't know what I could have done to disappoint a statue.
This one's got Abigail and her three brothers.
It was a family portrait of all four Belmore siblings. The three brothers stood around their seated younger sister.
Interesting. Okay, so obviously the orb wanted us to go that way, but let's check the other doors first.
The door didn't have a visible lock, but as much as I tried, it wouldn't open.
Okay. So I'm guessing we're not going to be able to open any of these doors. At least probably not till later in the game.
Like the other door, this door had no keyhole, yet still seemed to be locked too.
Same thing for this one.
With neither of the doors appearing to open, I peered through the crack between them. I couldn't tell if I was imagining things, but it looked like shadows dancing.
Okay, I'm guessing that's the ballroom. That was something mentioned on the Kickstarter page. If you backed at a certain dollar amount, you could get your likeness as one of the ghosts dancing in the ballroom, which is going to be something I think at the end of Act 1 that we're going to see. I don't know for sure. Ooh. Music's picking up again. So we got east and west corridor here. Is there anything forward? No. By forward, I mean towards us. Let's try the east corridor. Yeah, it's a portrait.
The portrait exuded an unsettling aura. I didn't know who it was, but I didn't like the way he looked back at me. Clearly, the artist had managed to imbue the brushstrokes with something of the subject's personality. It was downright sinister.
I'm guessing that was the guy who Abigail last minute changed her affections for. Wild guess. Trunk's locked.
I tried to open the trunk, but in the darkness I only managed to fumble unsuccessfully with the latch.
Creepy laughter. Alright, we got 3 doors here. X, C, and I don't see anything on that one. What do we got down here? Curtains.
There was nothing behind the curtains.
That's good.
Thick red curtains hung loosely in front of the circular window.
Let's try this door.
The door was locked.
How about this one?
The door was locked. The door was locked.
Okay, this is obviously all stuff we're going to be able to explore later, I'm guessing. Let's try the west corridor. Oh, there goes the orb.
This was strange. I didn't remember seeing any lights on when I was outside the house.
Servant bells.
I couldn't ring the bells from the hallway. Affixed to the wall were 3 servants' bells, used to call the staff to different rooms in the house.
Interesting.
The door was locked.
The door is locked.
The door was...
Got it. How about these curtains?
I looked behind the curtains, but there was nothing there. I looked behind...
Same thing there. Alright.
Walking into the room, I realized it must have been Abigail's bedroom. I was in the right place. Somewhere in this room was the Gree-Gree, and I needed to find it.
Okay. There's something in the fireplace there. I can see it glinting. It looks like coals. Let's grab the fireplace poker.
I took the poker from the hook.
Get out.
I hope that was my imagination.
Abigail doesn't want us here.
The sheets lay flat on the bed, undisturbed for more than 30 years. The Gree-Gree wasn't going to be there.
Okay, hang on a second. I need to adjust the volume here. Speech volume is just a little bit high. I've already got my volume turned down a little bit. Okay, continue. Actually, not continue. Let's save. Yes. Okay. Let's look at the dresser here. Phonograph that we're seeing in the mirror behind us. That's something's definitely gonna pop out and scare us.
The phonograph didn't have a record to play. It was an old phonograph used for playing music.
No record to play, huh?
A grate opened beneath the stove to the ash pan, and something inside it was glinting in the light. A grate opened beneath the stove to the ash pan, designed to allow burned charcoal and ashes to be cleaned out, and something inside it was glinting in the light. Lighting the fire may have warmed the room, but it couldn't take away the chill I felt standing there. Lighting the fire... I tried to lift the ash pan grate, but decades without use had rusted it in place.
Alright, obvious fireplace poker. Is obvious.
I wedged the poker in the grate, and with all my might, pulled.
Okay, before I grab that, let's
The
get
portraits hung tight to the wall and didn't reveal anything hidden behind them. Above the fireplace hung individual portraits of 3 men. They must have been the bride's 3 brothers. I picked up the object that had been glinting in the fireplace and discovered it was a jeweled brooch.
Okay.
It was an ornate brooch that had tarnished with age. What should have been a sparkling gem was now grimy and dull.
I wonder if we can polish that up.
I couldn't see anything special about the phonograph's reflection. It was a beautiful vase waiting for beautiful flowers. It was best to leave the vase where it was. The music box was locked with no visible keyhole, but a distinctive indent on the front looked like it might be the mechanism to open it, if I had the right key. The music box looked exquisite. The deeply varnished wood, grain still visible, was edged delicately with gold.
We had the right key. What if we use the coins?
I couldn't do that. It didn't feel right to break the music box. I knew there must be...
Use the brooch.
The brooch fitted snugly into the indentation in the music box. With a small click, the music box opened and revealed the contents it had held untouched for more than 30 years. The small leather bag was just as the witch doctor had described. It was hard to imagine what could be so important about it.
There she is.
You should not be here.
Wait, I can explain.
You don't belong here.
I don't mean any harm.
Get out. Get out.
Ouch.
With good fortune, the pond had broken my fall.
That was
It was a strange juxtaposition,
quite a
wiggling
distance.
goldfish out of my underwear as I tried to process the fact that I'd just been the victim of an attempted murder by a ghost bride. The stories were true, so that meant the treasure might be real as well. And now I had the Gree-Gree. It was time to return to the Spirit Queen.
Murphy, did you find it?
I saw her. I saw the bride. She tried to kill me.
I told you it was true. Now, do you have the Gree-Gree?
Yes, I found it.
Good. Good. Now, do you believe what I've been telling you?
I'm starting to. Why did she try to kill me?
There are some spirits that, even in death, do not wish to give up what they amassed in life. The question is, are you strong enough to persuade them?
I would be if they'd give me a chance to ask them.
Precisely. That will be our next step.
It's the recipe from the demo. Yep, except it's bigger now.
A manuscript for a voodoo spell? A spell to help me find the treasure?
A spell to reveal those who know where it is. There are many things on this island that have gone unseen. Stories that have been left unheard, at least by mortals. But I commune with realms beyond. Let me introduce you to a friend.
No, that's
Out
okay.
of the shadows, the cursed and the damned. Return now, my servants, to do my command.
Yeah.
I have returned to you, my Master.
Lower! This gentleman wishes to find the lost treasure of Belmore Manor. Tell him how this can be done.
Only inhabitants of the house know where the treasure lies. Their spirits still within its walls, trapped between life and death. To ask them, those spirits must be pulled back to the mortal realm.
And that is what our spell will do, Murphy. A summoning spell to unveil the ghost trapped within the house.
7 ingredients place inside, tie closed and then unseal. Within the focus what may hide, this spell will soon reveal.
Once you've collected all 7, we can summon the ghosts of Belmore Manor. Once we've summoned the ghosts, we can ask them exactly where the treasure was hidden. You have served me, Loa. Begone.
Yeah, we know from the demo how well that's gonna go.
That, Murphy, is your goal. Find the 7 ingredients named in the Voodoo manuscript, place them in the Gree-Gree, and return to the Spirit Queen. Are you up to the task?
I think so.
Excellent. Then there's just one thing left to do. The Gree-Gree that you carry is not yours. It was stolen from the spirits. And an artifact of voodoo will only work for its rightful owner. To be used, it cannot be stolen. It can only be bought, or traded, or inherited. Fortunately for you, the spirits and I are willing to make a trade for something symbolic of your spirit. The spirit that yearns to escape its humdrum life. If you want the Gree-Gree to be rightfully yours, what do you have to offer in exchange for it?
I don't like the sound of this. The magazine?
Would the spirits trade the Gree-Gree for this?
I know far more about the house than what is on that fish wrap, Murphy McCallan.
It was the pocket watch I'd been given when I reached 5 years as an auditor. I didn't know whether it was to celebrate the fact or...
How about the watch?
What about this?
A pocket watch. A symbol of the life that doesn't satisfy you. A symbol of lost time. Dare you give it up?
I think I can do without it.
Then cast it into the spirit pool. The spirits have deemed it a satisfactory trade. The Gree-Gree and its powers are now rightfully yours to wield. You are ready now, Murphy. Head out to the island and retrieve the ingredients we need. Then I will show you the final step of the spell.
How am I going to find what I need?
Everything I've ever needed for my voodoo spells, I've found here. It's as though this island draws the supernatural to it. The bayou, the beach, the town, the manor, all will help you in your search. Tell me, Murphy, have you visited the mill to the north, the fort to the south, the church at the island's heart? The island will lead you to that which you seek. I have no doubt about that.
Probably because we're being manipulated, right? Alright, we got 3 locations to check out.
Who is the creature that you talked to?
That is my Loa. The Loa of the mysteries, the invisibles, the messengers.
Is it a ghost?
No, they are the intermediaries between humans and the supernatural. There are 2 planes of existence, Murphy. The mortal realm and the spirit realm. Loa can move between them both. With my powers, I can command them when they do.
Alright.
I'm going to go and find the voodoo ingredients.
Hurry back.
Part 1, the summoning spell. Alright, now we are roughly, I think, where we were when we played the demo. I do say roughly because the demo, at the time, there were only 5 ingredients to the spell, and we already had a couple of them. I think we already had 2 of them, I think. So which ones? I'm trying to remember. It's been a few weeks since I played it. I'm pretty sure the gunpowder was always there. The silver coin was there. The nails were always there. The feathers? And maybe the bone? I think the chalk is new, and maybe the rum? I don't remember. Or maybe these are the 2 new ones. I can't remember. Either way, so we know. Sorry, we know how to get the nails because that was in the demo. What was the other thing that was in the demo? I feel like it was the coin, but I really can't remember. All right, let's head over to. Let's go to Dead Nettle first. Alright, the jewelry store is open. We couldn't go in here before.
Oh, my second customer of the night. I don't know if I can handle such a rush. Welcome, young man, to Doubloon's Jewelry. Oh, the riches to fill your breeches. Jewels, silver, gold, the finest things for you to behold. Whom do I have the pleasure of meeting?
My name's Murphy McCallan.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you. My name's Jasper Crumb, owner and proprietor. Are you looking for something valuable while you're here on the island?
Funnily enough, I am.
Silver coin.
Is there a special someone in your life? Looking for an apology gift, perhaps? I've sold more missed anniversary necklaces and drunken fumble earrings than I can count.
No, I don't need anything like that.
Then how about something for yourself? You look like a working man. Could I interest you in a pocket watch?
Actually, I had one up until about an hour ago. Traded it to a glowing green guy for a magic pouch. As the words left my lips, I realized I sounded like a character from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Pardon me?
I'm just here to browse.
Browse away, young man. I'll be here if you need me.
It was an expensive-looking jeweler's microscope used to inspect gems and jewelry up close. There was no reason to use the microscope without something to magnify.
Okay, what do we got here?
The cabinet proudly displayed all manner of gold and silver creations, watches, necklaces, pendants, and more, all made in-house by the jeweler. It was a large polishing machine used to buff up dull, tarnished jewelry.
Can we do that here?
Excuse me, would you be able to polish a brooch for me?
Let me take a look. Oh, well, 18-karat yellow gold, filigree wirework in a handcrafted floral motif, and round, brilliant cut ruby, if I'm not mistaken, made to fit a music box?
That's right. How did you know that?
I know my own handiwork anywhere. Now, how did you get a hold of it?
Oh, just a gift.
What a generous gift indeed. Well, we do offer free polishings on all items purchased here, so I'd be very happy to shine her up for you. Please, bear with me for a moment. There we go, shining like a firefly's rear end. I'm afraid the clasp on the back has broken off. You weren't planning on wearing it soon, were you?
I wasn't planning on wearing it at all.
There's no shame in indulging yourself every once in a while. Lord knows I can appreciate the comfort and empowerment a pair of hosiery can bring. Anyway, we don't have any replacement clasps in stock, but I can put it in order. In the meantime, here's a button magnet that should hold it in place, as long as you're not too vigorous with it.
Thank you.
Okay, we got a button magnet and our
It was the
polished
ornate brooch I'd had cleaned at the jeweler's, now glimmering in the light. While the microscope was meant for jewelry, I was confident I'd already revealed this brooch's secrets.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't need to look at that more closely. The store's cash register sat on the counter. I wondered how long it had been since it was last used. Robbing a jewelry store really wasn't. It was an ornate display cabinet. The cabinet was filled with precious jewels, geodes, and fossils next to a small sign that read, "Treasures of the Earth." I didn't need the poster. The cabinet was filled with used jewelry, rings, brooches, necklaces, and more. Even secondhand, I would have had to save for years to afford any of them. A small glass fishbowl sat on top of a cabinet, the goldfish inside swimming around happily. There was no way I could carry a fishbowl full of water and a live goldfish around with me. Good evening, Mr. Crumb.
How can I help you?
Looking for lost treasure.
I'm looking for lost treasure.
I'd say you found it. Everything inside these four walls is a treasure, handmade to the finest quality.
I mean a specific treasure. The lost treasure of Belmore Manor.
Well, if you find it, bring it in here for an appraisal. I'll give you a good price for it. But that's a pretty big if, isn't it?
How's business tonight?
You're not a millionaire with an enraged fiancé, are you?
I'm not, no.
I didn't think so. Then business tonight is about as lively as a snail drinking decaf. The only other customer I had in here tonight was more interested in the provenance of fossils than the shiny stuff. Booked a private viewing, and then didn't buy anything. Can you believe it? The first time in weeks the shop gets a private viewing, and all they're interested in is bones.
You sell fossils, too?
I sell all the treasures of the earth. If it's under the ground and I can sell it, I'm interested.
I hear Burke and Hare had the same philosophy. What are you selling?
We specialize in jewelry and precious stones. Rings, necklaces, earrings, and brooches in this cabinet to my left. Gems, geodes, and fossils in this cabinet to my right. You'd be surprised at how much of an impact some stones can make. My family can tell you that. We also offer a free polishing service on all purchases from the shop. Just bring it in and we'll shine it up for you. Our little thank you to our loyal customers.
How do you know what jewelry was purchased here?
I handcraft everything this shop sells. I have an encyclopedic knowledge of our wares, Mr. McAllen, going back decades.
What's the most valuable thing in here?
I suppose that depends on how you value things, doesn't it?
In dollars and cents?
Yes, I used to value things that way. But a lack of business has a way of making you more philosophical about these things. Now I'd say the most valuable thing here is Granny.
Granny? Your grandmother is in here?
That's right. In the fishbowl. Granny is my goldfish.
You named your goldfish Granny?
Yes, it was the most wondrous thing. The same day my grandmother Bethesda died, I was out at the local fun fair, and I won this goldfish on the ring toss. When we got home, every time we mentioned Bethesda, that little fish jumped out of the water and back on in. We think Granny's passed on into that fish. What do you think?
I mean this with no disrespect, but I think that's the craziest thing I've come across tonight, and I had a ghost bride trying to kill me.
We all have our quirks.
But don't goldfish only live for a few years? If she was your grandmother, she must have died sometime around the middle of the last century.
Oh, yes, that's right. Each time the goldfish dies, Granny's spirit hops into a new fish. We must be on Granny number 44 by now.
I think I'll just look
I'll just look around for now.
I'm here if you need me.
Okay.
That didn't work.
I remember there's something we need to do.
I needed to think of... That wasn't going to...
Okay. Oh. I think we're done in here for the moment.
What a nice young man. Isn't he, Granny? I couldn't have put it better myself.
That was interesting. There's a little bit of a graphical glitch with the fish there. Alright, let's head over here. Is the puppet theater open? I don't think so.
The puppet show hadn't started.
Okay, oh, the courtyard's open now.
The courtyard echoed with the trickling noise of a small fountain. Good evening. He looked past me like I was invisible, as though if he ignored me hard enough, there was a chance I'd disappear. I said good evening?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were talking to me.
There's no one else
That's right.
here.
Wishful
You can approve
thinking
that
on
we're
my
ship
part.
captain
Have
for
you
this.
taken a wrong turn, sir?
I'm just having a look around.
Well, make it a quick one, and I shall need to know your name.
Murphy McAllen, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Felix Greer, maitre d', bartender, and acting manager of the Captain's Club. When Mr. Perkins has the night off.
What is this place?
This, sir, is the Captain's Club, a private members club for current and retired sea and riverboat captains. We are highly exclusive. Are you a captain?
He asked with a smugness that told me he already knew the answer.
I thought not. Then may I recommend a swift exit? You'll find a convenient egress to your starboard side. If you like, I can give you a good swift kick in the right direction, sir. And don't feel a need to stop walking until your ankles get soggy.
Ah, rude.
I best be casting off.
Don't feel the need to rush back, sir.
I don't remember being that rude in the demo. Okay, Ned, we need something to weigh down the fish. I can't remember what.
Murphy McAllen, so you're still here. What have you been up to? Anything newsworthy?
That's none of your business. Don't think I've forgotten your trick with the telegram.
Hey, it's nothing personal. Your business is my business, and my business is news. I'm Evelyn Stoker, editor of the Juniper Parish Gazette. No misdeed left unshared, no drama left unmonetized. Come on, work with me here, McAllen. I need something juicy. Committed any crimes? Uncovered any affairs? Any deep, personal secrets to reveal?
The honest-to-God truth? No.
I need a good story. I can't let something minor like the truth stand in the way of that.
How about us getting thrown out of a window by a ghost girl?
I picked up the scissors. With her stunt at the bayou, I figured she owed me one. I picked up the twine. Maybe she owed me two. It was a big, fancy printing press, which must have cost a fortune decades ago, but was now very much out of date.
Don't even think about it. The spring on that printing press looks like it's going to blow at any moment.
I didn't want to get ink all over me trying to carry the canister around. The taxidermied fish was far beyond my haberdashery skills to fix it. Hanging on a peg at the far side of the room was a battered flashbulb camera. There was no way I was going to get. Besides, I didn't know how to operate it.
Yes?
Hi! What are you working on?
One of the most romantic articles this newspaper's ever seen. Francois Fogg, Dead Nettle's local pharmacist, is reuniting with his long-lost love after 14 years apart, thanks to this newspaper's personal ads column.
What a lovely story.
That's right. She mailed in a letter she wanted printed. Her former sweetheart saw it, and now they're on track to see each other again. Eventually.
Eventually?
Well, that's a bit of an administrative issue. In the letter we received, she told him to meet her in her Texas hometown of Magnolia. Due to a tiny typesetting error, he's now on a 6-week voyage to Mongolia. But doesn't it warm your heart how far people will go for love?
I think I better be going.
Keep your eyes peeled for a story, McAllen. There are secrets on the island. And it's my job to run advertisements next to them.
Okay. Let's see. What do we have around here? Alright, let's head to one of these other locations now. Or let's go back to the beach real quick. Alright. The girl's gone. There's a bottle over here.
As I picked up the bottle, I anticipated what could be inside. A
Nothing.
brine-stained treasure map, perhaps, or a scribbled plea from a castaway desperately awaiting rescue. Looking inside, I found it was empty. The only writing on it was the embossed glass letters of the Orangello Soda Company.
Empty soda bottle. Bet we can use that maybe to get some ink.
If
Or
I
water?
wanted to fill the bottle, it was best to do it with the tide, lest my fingers get nipped by...
Alright, we're gonna fill it with water. Why?
It was a soda bottle I'd filled up with water.
Okay, so that was the right thing to do. Anything else new around here? Nothing obvious. Alright. Let's go here. Baxter's Mill. This was not part of the demo.
It was a ramshackle chicken coop with infrequent clucks emanating from within. Cluck, cluck, buck, 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 cluck. I tried to persuade the chicken to come outside, but clearly I was out of cluck.
Clearly I was out of cluck.
Vandalizing the chicken coop wasn't... The wood was old and rotting. It wasn't going to be of any
Excuse me.
use. And who knew what critters might have made their homes inside the pile? A pile of rotting wood lay at the side of the path.
Alright, let's head over here.
The inside of the lumber mill smelled like sawdust and grease. Judging from the overgrown weeds, it clearly hadn't been used in a long time, and yet the lights remained on.
See, one of the things we need is it sawdust? No, gunpowder. Okay, what's this? Oh, an
I
auger.
picked up the auger from the tool shelf. It was a small metal tool used for drilling holes by hand. In the middle of the room was a large sawmill. The conveyor belt would have carried logs up to the blade, cutting them in two. I looked over the machine, but I couldn't find a way to turn it on, if it even still worked. The hatches were locked. From their shape, I deduced they were for storing lumber, and I wasn't in need of any 2x4s.
Maybe not yet.
I didn't want to touch it. I hadn't seen something with that many scary-looking teeth since Old Lady Malloy's German Shepherd got loose on my 10th birthday.
Okay. Let's head upstairs here.
I tried the door, but it was locked. That didn't work. I didn't want to make a... I did... The twine would be more useful to me intact. I didn't need to pour water on. I couldn't break my way through the door. It was peculiarly reinforced for a lumber mill.
Okay, we'll have to come back here. Let's just try this real quick.
The wood pile was already riddled with holes from the creepy crawlies that lived within it. I didn't need to help them out.
Okay. Alright, there's church, cemetery. Let's go in here first.
The church door was locked.
Oh, alright, let's not go in there first.
The inside of the church was silent and still.
Alright, let's head into the cemetery, I guess.
I couldn't see any way to open the crypt door. Not a doorknob, not a keyhole. Whoever sealed this up intended to seal it up for good. Embedded into the stony hillside was a large, intricately carved crypt with a decorative geometric pattern on its stone doors. I couldn't see any way whoever... The crypt door was solid granite with ironwork edging that looked just as far...
Okay. Oh my. Alright, time to get the nails. Alright, there's the jack. We lower the jack.
I couldn't do... We're...
Oh, that's right.
I didn't see a reason. With the jack removed, the table rocked freely.
I thought we needed to tie the rope.
I didn't see...
No?
A rusty tin can sat on the ground. Its label read, Bloom's Canned Beef, family-sized. Appetizing. The tin was full of nothing but holes. The coffin lid had been nailed down securely. The gravedigger definitely wouldn't have been happy with me prying up the lid of the coffin.
There's a bellows here.
Hello?
Yeah! God darn it! Don't sneak up on people like that! You frighten the dying daylights out of me.
He looked at me like he'd seen a ghost. Sorry, you seem a little jumpy.
I thought you were that pesky little girl again.
A little girl? That doesn't seem like a reason to be scared.
She's a terror! One of these days she's gonna give me a heart attack. Last week, she showed up with a doctor's note she'd forged, saying a man I'd buried that day was just a very deep sleeper. 7 hours I was out here digging him back up, at my age.
And was he sleeping?
Dead as a dodo. Just like that little girl will be if I get my hands on her. Who are you, anyway?
My
Must be
name's
the
Murphy
girl from the
McCallan.
beach.
I've just arrived on the island.
Well, welcome, Mr. Murphy. I'm Edgar Kettle. Gravedigger, undertaker, coffin maker, and anything else that needs doing to keep this cemetery running.
Was the little girl named Mallory Wisp by any chance?
That's her. The peril in a pinafore. She got the whole town thinking I was burying people prematurely. I walked past the school the other day, and they'd made up a jump rope chant about me.
Oh, what was the chant the school children made up about you?
Edgar, crazy feller, just be careful he don't get you. How many bodies did he strive to bury while they're still alive?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I wasn't looking for audience participation.
Sorry, I got carried away. Just like you with the burying. Have you ever accidentally buried someone who was still alive?
Has someone been making accusations again?
No, just making conversation.
Well, not that I know of. When you think about it, how would I know?
Shouts for help, desperate shaking of the coffin.
Look, I haven't sealed anyone up who was chatting with me, let's put it that way. I usually check for signs of life, but everyone takes shortcuts sometimes, don't they? I deserve some rest in peace, too.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hopefully not the guy in the coffin.
Not funny.
I best be running along.
Don't drop dead. I don't want anything else on my to-do list.
Okay, I'm pretty sure
I didn't need...
I thought we needed to use the string. Oh, we do now. Okay. We had to have the
I
conversation
tied the twine to the
first.
uneven table and took up a hiding spot behind a nearby wall. It was time to wake the dead.
The nails are the one thing that I remember. I don't remember what the other thing was that we had to get.
Hello? Why is it so dark in here?
Huh? Who's that?
I'm stuck. Help! Help!
Mallory, if that's you again.
Get me out of this thing!
Oh no, not again.
Not again.
Mister, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I was told... Mister? Oh, God darn it! Next time I see that girl, I'm gonna have a peewee-sized coffin all ready for her. A few hours locked in one of those should adjust her sense of humor.
Oh dear. Alright, we get to keep our twine. Alright. Let's grab those nails.
I picked up the handful of discarded coffin nails from the tin. Searching the dead man's body was not something I wanted to do. I'd never seen a dead body before.
Alright, we can put the nails in the back
I
now.
placed the coffin nails in the gree-gree.
Alright, that is one down. Chalk feathers, gunpowder, silver coin, rum, and a bone fragment.
I didn't need to warm my hands on the stove. It was already a humid night, and the fire... The stove was already burning brightly.
Hurry up with the barrels, Morris. We gotta get these unloaded before anyone sees us.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Musket? I don't think we should be using a church as our hiding place.
You're not being paid to think, Morris. You carry those barrels in here and let me worry about the theological implications. This place has been abandoned for decades. There's nobody around.
Nobody living, maybe. What if there's ghosts, boss?
Darn it, Morris. If brains was dynamite, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose. Now get unloading. And keep an eye out for anyone snooping around.
What if someone catches us?
If anyone asks, we're the new clergy. We tell them these barrels are full of communion wine.
I thought we was rum runners, not wine runners, boss.
Communion rum, then.
Ah, gotcha.
Remember, St. Juniper's Church is a place to get closer to God. And if anyone questions our alibi, we make sure that happens.
The pair of rum runners looked like the human personifications of the dish and the spoon from Hey Diddle Diddle. The gangly spoon bossing around the rotund dish as it carried barrels effortlessly from the jalopy and into the church. As it turned out, nursery rhyme characters become a lot more intimidating once they have revolvers.
Okay, can we grab some rum?
The barrels were far too heavy for me to lift, though that gorilla of a rum runner had been picking them up like they were cotton balls.
Can we use the auger?
Using the auger, I drilled a small hole in the barrel, and out poured rum.
Nice. We use the...
The gree-gree would get doused if I placed it directly in the spurting rum, and I didn't want to damage it.
Alright, let's use the bottle.
I poured out the water, then began to fill the bottle with the rum pouring from the barrel. Relief washed over me at the realization that I'd done it without getting caught by the two rum runners.
And then we got caught.
Hey, Musket! There's someone out here!
Or so I thought.
Hey, fella, what do you think you're doing snooping around here? This is our church, you know, and it's closed.
Just here to do some praying and didn't realize the clergy were equipped with revolvers nowadays.
I didn't realize the clergy were equipped with revolvers nowadays.
He's being a wise guy, Musket. I'm the villain full of lead. But boss, it's bad luck to bump someone off in a churchyard.
Now, where'd you hear a nonsensical thing like that?
I thought churches was hallowed ground, where sin and immorality would face supernatural punishment in this world or the next.
Where do you get this stuff from? I told you, I do the thinking in this partnership.
Okay, well. And here's an old fort I don't think we've been to before. Alright, so we got the rum, which we can add to the gree-gree.
I poured the rum into the gree-gree.
That's 2 down. Nails and rum. Rum was surprisingly easy. Although I guess if I hadn't picked up the auger before, might not have been. How are we doing on time? 50 minutes. I think that's probably good for today. Let's go and wrap this one up. So we've already completed 2 of the 7 items. Obviously, we already knew about the nails from playing the demo. And the rum was relatively straightforward. So yeah, gunpowder. I bet we get that here because there's, guns up there. But I guess we'll find out next time. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day.